Hi guys, my name is Zin and this is maybe Bonsai. So it's in the middle of the February and it's a very sunny day outside. It's been like that for a few days now, but it's freezing cold. But I think we're almost through the coldest month of the year, I would say, and hopefully it'll get warmer soon. So today I'm going to prune this pomegranate, which was kind of another kind of rescue from the nursery. It was not doing that well when I got it. This middle branch, I guess the trunk, what previously was the trunk, is I guess it's not coming back because there's no growth on it at all. It's most likely dead, and I think I'm going to take that off today. And as you can see, the plant is quite vigorous. It has put on pretty much double the amount of growth. The tree has basically doubled in size from when I got it. And I think it's time to kind of take it back a bit. It's getting a bit too big. The branches are getting elongated with pretty long internodes. So I'm going to take it back probably by a lot. Anyway, we'll see. So yeah, and the plant, the root is coming at the bottom just a little bit. So I'm glad that it's doing well. But yeah, like this has a long way to go because the main branch had kind of died off, and now I'm basically forced to develop these I guess secondary branches. But we got lots of time, so we'll see. I'm sure it'll turn out to be something good in 5 or 10 years. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I'm going to take off the middle branch first, just so it's easier to see. So there's a shoot coming off from the bottom, so I guess it's alive until here. I'm going to take it off to here first. There was I guess a branch coming out of there before. Oh, it's still pretty hard wood. Yeah, I mean, you can't see it, but it's all dry inside. There's no, it basically does not look alive at all. I'm going to try to take it back a bit more. Okay. And then there's this. I'll see if I can take part of this off with these pruners. Oh man, that's hard. Yeah, I don't know if that's coming off. Oh, there we go. So as you saw, the tree kind of shifted. It just means that the roots aren't too developed yet, even though they're coming out the bottom, but it's still not as stable as I would like it to be. So I think that's fine for now. I'm gonna have to need to get better tools to kind of clean this off. Most likely an actual branch pruner or a branch cutter to get rid of those. Okay, so I don't know where this is going. I mean, this tree is just growing everywhere right now. So I'm just gonna overall prune it down, and hopefully some branches develop from branch off that get more ramifications, and probably just go from there. So okay, let's I'll start with this branch. The inner nodes are actually quite small right here, and then it gets really long afterwards. So I'm going to take it off there. And this big thing here, it's going from 1 to 2. And then 1 to 2, 1 to 2, but it's a bit of a strange branching. I don't know how you describe this. I think at some point I have to wire this. Let me take part of this off and see if I need to take off more or not. I'll take it back to the second set of leaves here. And yeah, I'll take it back to the second set as well here. For this branch, I don't know, I'm thinking of taking this whole thing off and then go from the bottom. It's just a kind of a mess at the top. This one is growing into the tree, I guess. Maybe a second set here too. And over here, I have a couple of leaves at the base, the first set, I guess you can say, and it's facing outwards. I'm going to take it off just before that. And then you got this branch, which is going into the tree. I'm just going to get rid of it. And I think for this, I'm going to remove this whole thing and then hope for some growth back here. And then we have the top. Actually, I can go back to a second pair of leaves. What to do with this leader? I mean, this one it's the tallest, I guess the highest position on the tree, at the branch. But this one is thicker. I would imagine in the future this will be the leader. And this will probably eventually have to come off. That's a sacrificial branch. It's just really low, I guess. But I think that we're years away from that, so probably don't need to worry about that for now. So for the leader, I'm just going to take this back to the first set of leaves there, and to also the first set of leaves at the bottom. I kind of want to reduce this a lot, and I think I will. I think I'll take this whole thing off. Yeah, you know what? There's a branch right here. It would be nice if it goes that direction, that's where it's going. So I think I'm going to take off the entire top before that and let that grow out. Yeah. That's like half the tree right there. Okay, so yeah, I think that's fine for now. And you know, hopefully this will get more ramification going. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for this tree. Let's get to the next one. All right, so next up we have my Schefflera. This one I kind of did a trunk chop. About half the tree got chopped off, and I kind of planted those for cuttings, and they're growing. So I think they rooted, but I'm not going to touch them right now because they just started growing. And as you can see, this the original tree has exploding growth. There's 1 to 2 and then 3 branches has come off of it. And there's actually more bulges that could have developed, but I don't think it has enough vigor to get those. But 3 is good, and I think the positioning of these 3 are really, really nice as well. You know, they're all different tiers, different levels, and in different directions. So now that these heads grown out, I'm going to take out these big leaves at the bottom. It looks weird, you know, like you get these massive leaves, and then the top you have the tiny ones. So I'm going to take these off just like that. So I think that's good for now. I'm not sure if these will, you know, grow branches later on or not, but probably not. But I think this is pretty good so far with the new branches coming off of the kind of the stump here. The trunk is still really straight. I'm not too sure what to do about that yet. You know, I don't know if that's fixable. But we'll just let it grow, and you know, maybe once the trunk is woody, it would maybe it'll be more curvy or has, you know, more bumps or something instead of just a straight trunk. So yeah, you know, this is growing pretty nicely as well. Roots are coming off the bottom. Yeah, I'm not going to touch those for now. Yeah, so this is a quick update and a pruning for this Schefflera. This was the first Schefflera that I got. So I'm really glad that it's doing well. Okay, next up we have the Dwarf Jade, the Portulacaria Afra. So as you can see, it's growing quite well. You know, the leaves are a bit big, but nothing I can do about that right now. And this one also has a damaged trunk. I don't know what happened. It was there before. Yeah, it seems all my Dwarf Jades are damaged somewhere. You know, the other one also had a damage at the bottom of the trunk. This one does as well. And then the other undamaged one has a inverse taper trunk, which I have to fix later. So I'm just going to prune this back a bit. It's getting a bit bushy now. You know, lots of leaves everywhere. So how do we do this? So I'll prune this back for now. Let's see. There's a branch, one branch is going to becoming 2 here. Actually 3. You know, one's going straight, the other one's going up, and the other one, and then the opposite side is going down. I'm not sure which one to keep yet. I'm thinking I'm going to keep the middle one. Actually, I'm going to keep the bottom one, so I'm going to take off the top, and then I'll take off the middle. And actually, I'm going to take this back more as well. Actually, I was thinking maybe I should actually shape the tree into something that that I want, you know. And I think what that ultimately means is that I'm gonna have to pick one of these branches at the bottom, and then the midsection here, I'm gonna have to pick one of these two branches. I don't really want both of them to be there, so I think that's got to be done, and I might as well try it out now, just so I can learn from the experience and see how it grows. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay. So for the bottom two, I'm gonna keep the right one. It's a bit thicker, and I think yeah, I like the bottom one better. So I'm gonna take this off, take this entire thing off. Actually, if I take that off and it go up, the next up is here. So for sure I have to pick a new front for the tree, especially once I take one of these off. And I'm thinking it might be over here, so probably somewhere around here to the front, so that I got one branch up down here, and then I'll probably take part of this off so that it goes up to this side. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I think either way I have to look at it on an angle, so that, because right now the tree is doing this, it's across. Every branch you're either going you know, X left or right or up and down. So I have to angle the tree diagonal so that the branch doesn't look like it's going straight up and down. So with that in mind, take that off. Take this off, most likely. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know how you let me just think here, you know, to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay, so that comes off, this will come off, then I'm going to keep this branch here, so you got one on the right, one on the left, one on the right, and then that will have to come off, and then you have the top branching. I think that works. So let's do that, and you know, if it doesn't work, whatever, I'll just wait until it grows. So this whole thing is going to come off. Oh. Okay. And this is going to be my front. So something like right there would be the front. I'm going to take, let me see here. Take that off. Just clean this up a bit. So this will become my front, and hopefully I can get branching towards that way a bit, so that's not going this way too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try direction of pruning. There's a leaf coming out this way. So I'm hoping that if I prune this part off, the branch will develop this way. So let's try that and see if it works. Okay. So I kept that branch. I'm going to keep this branch. So I'm just going to take this back a bit. And this branch, since this is a friend, it's coming directly at me. And then you got a back branch that's going the opposite direction. I'm going to take this off and see how it looks before I do anything with the other side. So like that. But I think this one needs to go as well. It looks really strange. The it's facing, you know, directly behind. There we go. Okay, and for sure this one coming from the top, I gotta take off. There we go. And I think this whole thing will have to go. So then I get 1, 2, and then the back. So I'm going to take this off. This is probably the biggest cut of this tree, but I think it has to be done. I'm going to plan this as a cutting and see if it takes. Okay. Now I'm going to reduce the top, probably by quite a bit. So that. Okay, so this is my front. So the top, I'm going to take this back for now. I'm just going to reduce it in size so that I could see better. It's quite clumped right now. Yeah, I always have trouble kind of pruning the apex, the top crown. I'm not 100% sure how to develop it. So when it comes to pruning, it's kind of confusing to me. But I think there's this branch coming up a bit. And I think that's fine. I'm actually going to take this off so that it can go up a bit. And I think in the future that this whole thing will have to come off. Maybe I should take that off right now. Yeah. It's going to reduce the tree to barely any leaves. I think for the shape, I have to do it because it doesn't look good. So we'll do that right now. Okay. Cut. Okay, there we go. Another big cut. Yeah, you know what? I think 60% of the tree was cut down, but I like the shape better. We got a better branching instead of just the left, right, back and forth. I mean, that's how the jades grow, but it doesn't. It's really plain. It's kind of boring. Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. I'm gonna leave it and let it grow more, and hopefully it will grow more. This is quite a bit of stuff like that I took off. Most of the tree is gone, basically. Okay, I think that's good for now. Yeah, let's see if there's anything else that I could prune right now. All right, so last up, we got my Ficus. I don't know what species it is, but this one I repotted, in the beginning. I don't know, a few months ago. It has been in the aquarium ever since, and as you can see, it's growing really well. The roots are just going nuts in a way. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is kind of reduce this roots back into the pot. These are pretty thick coming out of the pot, and it's split into two here. I'm not sure what's going on the inside, but this is, yeah. I'm just going to take these off so I can get more, probably finer roots inside. Okay. So this was when I bought it, it was a whole bunch of, I guess, small cuttings. It grew pretty fast, I have to say. Like the trunk thickened up quite a bit, and it has shoot up a lot. So I'm pretty happy with that. There's some surface roots as well, which I'm going to leave for now. I'll take care of those when I repot and see if I keep them or not. And it's very humid in there, so that's why you see all the roots growing everywhere. But I think this is kind of reaching the top of the aquarium. I'm gonna have to take this back a bit so that once the spring comes, once the spring comes, I leave it outside. It can grow bigger, taller, whatever it wants to. And hopefully by next fall, I would say, hopefully I will have a better setup indoors so that I can let it grow bigger before I pruning it back. But that said, this particular tree, I think, because I have a few of them, and some of them, I think most of them I want to keep it quite small. This maybe a bit bigger than this, at least for now. In the future I might change my mind, but for now I don't want them to get too big. So I'm just going to do a general pruning to take this back a little bit. Nothing major, or probably not anything shape related. So we'll start with the top. Leaves coming out here. I'm going to take it off here. So that this branch, this is actually a branch, this is a leaf. I'm going to take this leaf off. And then that branch can develop. As you can see, the sap is coming out. Or I don't know, maybe it's not called sap, I'm not sure. So that's fine for the top. This is another branch. The leaves are kind of going into a weird direction because it's coming out here, but it's facing me. Most likely because of the lights. It's just going towards the light, and the light is, I guess, is on my side. The aquarium light is sitting more towards the back, and it's kind of encased so that it doesn't radiate, like the light can't radiate throughout the entire aquarium in a way. It's more stronger in the back than the front. And so I get this kind of a leaf behavior. But this branch, I think I'm going to take it back all the way to the first leaf. Take off that leaf. This side branch, it's growing quite well. I'm not sure what to do with this. I could take it back to the leaf here. I think I will actually. Get rid of that leaf. So at the bottom here, I think, because there's a branch here, the trunk, and another branch on the other side, plus there's a leaf. I'm going to take this leaf out first, and I'm going to remove this branch. It's the smaller of the two, the two in the trunk. And I think if I leave it, it's going to kind of make this junction here is going to become a bulgy junction, and it wouldn't look that good. So I'm going to get rid of this branch right now. I would cut closer if I had the right tool, but I don't, so I'll leave that for now. Yeah, just get rid of that leaf. I'm thinking taking more off the top, but because this is a leader, the branch is going this way, so it's got a subtle movement, which I like, and I think that's the only reason why I don't want to take off anymore. Eventually I think I might have to, once it gets bigger, I have to take it back anyway, but yeah, I think that's fine for now. I'm going to take out this extremely big leaf. And yeah, I'm going to leave the rest. So yeah, the other ficus are growing quite well too. They haven't got to the size where I need to prune them back yet, but very soon, I think probably next week or 2 weeks from now. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching.